IND. RRQ still guarding that crossing on the river. Uphill, you've got Team IND, who do have to move to the next circle, by the way, and 2 of the players from Team Secret have already made...
Still enough, especially if we get a finish towards this hillside on the northeast, because up against teams of 3, teams of 2 again, but that's Break getting taken down by Team IND, who are rushing in. Battles the Murder on our screen versus TSM Entity. Clutch God, Kaiser going close, goes down as well. Z-God is on the floor, Neo, sorry. And now one trying to move the way around, just shooting over the top of the fence.
Velmuth able to hold down the engagement, but only for so long. Z-God finally able to displace it and actually goes for the flush. All right.
Top, we'll see how close it does get. It goes over the wall, won't hit anyone. Neo finds the first pick off, John.
Neo able to get behind the window as well, controlling the edge of that wall. Great sight lines. RRQ have crashed into this fight blank. They've moved, and they are going to be right on the edge of this compound as Jonathan has fallen. RRQ, all 4 players strong. This is a huge cluster of players right now, Blank, that all need to make that cross. They are right on the edge of the zone. I think there's a sliver of land that's in the next circle, but still, they want these kill points.
Moving into the circle itself, so now they're picking up some good kills towards the end. Viru looks for one more perfect knock.
Oh dear, he tried to send past the players that he knew took down his team straight into the waiting arms, as you say, of Viru. And that's an easy spray down for RRQ. Vow does the Murder lose another player, and Viru gives them as good as he got. 3 kills for both teams.
This is such a confusing fight, and I'm so unsure what's going on. I'd be inclined to think that RRQ think there's only one team here, and was not expecting the other to be in the backside. So Marvy's trying to clear out angles, but this is not going well for anyone, essentially.
But Marvy's out of the zone at the moment. Everyone else is ticking down. Vow does the Murder get eliminated. TSM Entity, they're down to 1. Just Neo standing, try to trade off with Gil, and he lands the headshot. Credit to the guy. He knows how to frag. Unfortunately, he's going to have to try and heal up. Only 9 bandages, no first aids. But the cross is ahead of them as the circle shifts all the way firmly to the military island.
This fight has been messier than a food fight in elementary school. This is ridiculous. What's going on at the moment. Neo's trying to move forward, looking for those med kits. Gets the first aid, will have to immediately apply it. You saw how fast he was looting. He basically touched the ground twice in 0.5 seconds.
He's out in the open. Oh no, RRQ have started to make the cross with Marvy, not with Scout just yet. So Scout still has that line of sight. Oh, we'll hear the vehicle. And Neo sends up, bumps over a defilade, takes a lot of damage before hopping out, trying to get that trade off towards Scout, but he can't get it done. I have no idea what.
And neither seems to want to do anything about the other team for the time being.
Yeah, so here it is. This is Team IND downstairs, Bigatron, Red Aliens upstairs with Ryzen. I don't know if they know Ryzen's here, so if they leave it, they might be in with some trouble. You can see Luxy further up the hill who will give them that information.
It's a really good split here. IND are currently focused on just one angle, whereas even with 2 players, Ryzen and Luxy can start to hold 2 things at the same time. But what's this? It's an explosion onto himself. 420 holds the...
Down to 2 players, but they will continue. IND, 2 players in the bottom floor still.
So Bigatron don't capitalize on that fatal mistake from 420 OP, and it's a nice nade coming in from Paradox to take down Luxy. Now it's just Ryzen upstairs. Oh dear, this gets very, very scary now for these 2 teams.
They've heard him now as well. He's made those shuffles, he's made those footsteps. And they're aware of this presence upstairs. Very difficult to take care of, though. Swinging out wide like that, oh, you might be spotted. Ryzen changes position beautifully. And Team IND, they have to send it. No way.
He's ethereal.
No way. Ryzen is able to stay alive, but in they go, in for the push. Snacks in first, trying to breach the compound, trying to breach the top floor here, but the spray in from Ryzen, not quite able to land. Bigatron Red Aliens get eliminated, 6th place.
Ryzen was like...
Found Youngjun now shimmying out wide, trying to outrun the Blue, outcrawl the Blue, I suppose. There's nades found on towards Ultra, and that's going to give some information over towards GXR Celts as Vexy gets spotted. A Tanky able to flush it out as well, stays out in the Blue for now. But he is going to get traded off. T1 actually coming into the fight. A Tanky gets another. Nice stuff coming through from the GXR Celts representatives before finally going down to T1. 2 players left standing for them, but Megastars, they're only a 1. It's just Paradox now, isolated, trapped behind the smoke. Encore, feeding information back. They know they're both behind this smoke, behind this rock. As he sees Paradox going out wide now. Seidan looks for the trade. They try and go back, go forth. but it will not happen. It is going to be T1 claiming that chicken dinner. They didn't need that.
But RRQ now are fending off versus Fouls the Murder. Nade comes out the window. D2E goes fairly low. This is looking not so great for RRQ at the moment.
They've traded 1 for 1 right now. You can see Ernie on the back there of this fight blank, and he's going to be able to spot out players like Armjone, who pushes in.
It's Martin
to try and back them up. They are now all 4 alive, all 4 up as Velmuth did get res. G9 still down on bended knee, but that's coming through from D2E, so they can get that healing in. Beer 11 controlling on the staircase right now as Ernie's locking down those exit sight lines. Martin is going to get spotted out, takes a lot of damage, makes his way inside the building, and now they have to regroup. But D2E in that corner, Beer 11 on the staircase. They're going to spot this push.
It's a 3v4 at the moment, though, with Ernie not currently in this fight or a sightline. Valdes looking up the stairs, all firing off at the same time. RRQ start to go low. That's 2 down already.
Able to find 2, flush 1 already as they continue straight into that top floor. D2E gets flushed, and now it's just Ernie with a nice, cohesive push. We level up, taking fights on the northern side now with Team IND. Winter around the corner, gets knocked. Kratos holding down the angle, and Slayer able to get that frag as well. Wow. Saden falls. And T1, they have Youngjun and ZZP left standing on the eastern coast. You level up, however, they're on 1 player left. It's Xiaoxin going for those heals, getting those stims on board. 3 first aid kits in the back pocket as Team IND look to leave.
A really, really nice little nade there from Xiaoxin, and you can see Winter there just offering up his supplies to his player, sending his hopes and dreams forward. Goes out, takes the first couple of bullets, and now he will have to heal. TSM ENT moving their way across. Jonathan gets confirmed. Neo, however, still alive. Nade in hand for Youngjun. This could be really good. Neo knows he has to push.
Oh, he's trying to give him the old slit with the nade, waits for the pin to cook and pushes in close, but Neo's taking a lot of damage. Youngjun not quite able to land a shot just yet, goes for the pre-fire, tries to snake his way around, but Neo gets the best of him. Slips past those bullets like it's nothing, living up to his namesake, but can't quite do the same for Saden, as he is going to get taken down. But someone stole that away. Valdes the Murder, they finally go for this push onto the Megastars. It's not going well, Blank, that's certain. As Armjone does get res, Velmuth sends out, looks for the trade. Swag actually goes down, and Paradox trades it off. Encore going low as well. Paradox straight to the smoke. Oh, we might get caught out here as Armjone able to get the best of that first end of the fight, but he goes very low. Paradox goes down, and it's Vexy now, the last standing for Megastars.
Oh my lord. That is crazy.
Oh.
Pime. Pime's still alive?
Yeah, he's still going. He's been out of the blue for ages. He's just come.
And again, want to use this to take down some players. They see that King of Gamers dropped down the smokes to try and deny the sight lines, so Luxy responds in kind and goes higher.
Looks for the top angle, but not going to be able to get a little more than a little bit of damage over onto Bozza. Soup out in the blue, waiting for a peek from the high ground, but has to move in eventually. Spray down from Microboy on the off angle, spots out Bozza, lines them up. Bragger as well behind, looking for it, but no, it's traded off. Luxy from atop the hill can't quite find it, and it's King of Gamers who are able to clutch it out in the end. Finding Pachinki. Box gaming, though, they have buildings, and when you have buildings and you're box gaming, it's very unlikely you're going to get pushed and actually get dismounted here. GXR Celts finding out about that the hard way. Crash in comes the reinforcements, but it's Loki to go down first. A tanky traded off, so both of the players from GXR Celts down in the building on the push. Break on the off angle here, trying to spot GXR Celts pushing forward any further. Loki could get picked up here, but it looks like they're going to use the time ticking on down to their advantage. Break, another nade sent their way as the kill gets
interesting for the time being. Break back up to full HP. Be lobbing some nades in, but they should be starting to think about just crashing one of these buildings. I'm not sure if they know that there's 2 players in one or it's a 1-1 split. If they knew it was a 1-1 split, if I'm box game right now, I'm just heading towards one building just to take down all these players at once.
I'm pretty sure that was a whiffed nade from Break that just killed Ultron, who had crawled across that entire smoke chain undetected. And the fact that he missed the nade through the window just killed him. It's unfortunate.
Pretty cool, though.
But Break gets a kill.
Yeah, Break gets a kill. He's like, yeah, totally meant to do that, lads. It was a pretty sick throw from me, I think.
Oh, yeah, great job, me, great job, me. No one look back at the VODs. No one look back at the VODs.
We noticed it, Break.
Don't worry.
You can't escape our eyes.
We see everything. Except for when we don't. That's all too often, unfortunately.
Technically, Frost saw it first. I looked across and he was laughing.
Break first in through the window as well, over towards Rocks on his own in the building. MJ on the building across. No way he can back up his team here. Louis trying to go around the corner as well. Loki goes down, but it's traded 1-for-1. A lot of damage found, and Louis goes down as well. So Break the only standing player now. MJ holding his own, but he's so far away from the fight.
MJ actually is one of these players who's had some
down from the back end and actually slipping around past them. Team IND moving in behind Bigatron. This is on the south side of the circle. Bigatron trying to push onto TSM Entity right now, but with Team IND on their back, they're going to have to move a little bit faster or figure something else out.
Yeah, it's getting a little bit rowdy over there between TSM Entity and Bigatron. Like you say, the IND close behind them on the eastern side, but RRQ, they've set up a line. In the chopsticks towards the end. They are fending off versus You Do Gank. Regis Scarlet, Lufa here, pops the pin. Gonna wait a little bit, toss it over the top. This could be very, very good onto Synergy. So close by. One takes a bit of damage, but it's worth throwing some more. It's not quite enough. Austin takes a fair bit of damage, but the last one will do it. Nail in the coffin.
Fantastic stuff from Reject Scarlet answering them, but the res should be able to come through. Lufa swings out wide, Snake in the field, but we're gonna tune back in with the deadlock between these three squads over on the hills as Zuxi actually finds the spray onto Jonathan. Clutch got in the grass. We'll see Zuxi himself. Lands 1, 2, 3 shots. Goes very, very low, but is going for the flush, but not before Luxy. Twin brother able to come back to the rescue. Zuxi stays alive. TSM Entity eliminated, but the blue zone will not stop.
So difficult to even try and get a beat on Bigatron. The way they move is so alien-like. It's like nothing you've ever seen. It's crazy.
They don't come in peace, I'll tell you that much.
Absolutely, mate.
They are here for war, and they're delivering. Beautiful stuff. They have 52 kills by the end of the last game, and they're looking to rack up more. 4 kills so far found. Box Gaming had 5 when they went down. So they want 1 or 2 more to try and maintain that lead, but Team IND have other ideas. Microboy gets knocked, well, not flushed just yet, but it's only a matter of time. 420 OP claims that one, and it's the twin brothers still in the game.
Yeah, most definitely dead there. I think Microboy plays this really important role on the team of Bigatron, which is off the off angle. He plays away from the team, providing them information as a scout, but it's You Level Up who are now jumping into the fight. They are actually rocking up, and this is so weird seeing them down here considering they started in North George, but they have all 4 members. Nade comes through. Looks he's just a little bit far away from. I think those are actually.
Oh no!
What was? That was so well set up.
Oh, that was a 1-2 punch. They covered so much ground with that nade, and it worked out beautifully. He only saw that nade that was close by, and they'll get that flush as well. So it's just Zuxi, and he wants out. Straight into the buggy, sent across the road, but unfortunately brought it out on the push. D2E claims it. 2 teams left standing. Orange Rock with the dominant position on the roadside.
Scout just about spots D2E, but immediately shots come back his way. Scout just jumping over the top of the vehicle, trying to get as much information as possible. It's a full 4v4 brawl. We don't get to see these very often, and it's going to be all skill to end this game.
The thing is, Blank, RRQ, they have no cover to be moving forwards. Orange Rock can pop up, and it's RRQ who have to play whack-a-mole. They find Marvy, though. Scout very low. Kill goes down. G9 traded out. 2 players down for Orange Rock. 1 player down for RRQ. Make that a second as well. Ernie goes for the push. They're looking to hold it down, but no. Scout goes down. And Viru, last standing now for Orange Rock to try and hold their side of the road. Ernie looking for another frag. It's a 1 versus 1 now, Blank. Viru looking to try and use that position that they had such an advantage from. Ernie looking to try and swing out wide, but the nade is in. It's cooked. Will Viru be able to blow him up? No, he swings out wide and he goes down. It's RRQ to be able to take it home. They send across the road the smoke.
Synergy and also Team IND. So that rotation, they tried to read the circle in a pretty efficient way, and it is somewhat working out for them, but unfortunately some teams will be there. Oh, Jumper getting absolutely destroyed by. Gonna have a sneaky replay coming out from Gil, taking the shots onto, I believe that was Reject Scarlet. He did get the information onto Web. I mean, these sprays in the cars are really good coming on through, but the car rotation...
Truly competitive settings. Reject Scarlet pushing in onto Orange Rock.
I mean, Reject Scarlet, they need kills to catch up into the standings, but Gil is going to say, no, that is not going to happen whatsoever. He will get the knockdown for himself. He's got to go for the double res onto Scout and Mavi, but unfortunately the blue zone is pushing against them right now. I don't think they'll have time to do so in Pyramid. Phase 4 is going to tick pretty heavily right now as 2 members of Udo, Fredo and Drax, going for the push onto Lufa of Reject Scarlet. He's in a dip. A grenade could make easy pickings, but grenade comes back on against the side of Udo Gang, but another off angle will be coming out from Reject Scarlet. Lufa taking a mini 1v1. He will be put extremely low, but will be winning that trade-off with Drax.
It wasn't also because of a third-party play onto Frito that gave Lufa a tiny bit of a chance. I don't get why Reject Scarlet engaged onto Orange Rock in a one-man play. You either go for the full send or you don't as a one or two-man, as a two-man team minimum. But at least Reject Scarlet are holding on. They are outside the circle. You are getting the revive.
Oh, that grenade was way too close for comfort. That one's going to get a little bit... Oh, actually could...
Side, of course, being one with the bush can make a big difference as TSM Entity take control. One knock on the Box Gaming, another one, but Jonathan gets clapped back by Pime.
Still a pretty decent position for them, but Box Gaming, they want to try and overtake it. They want to be the kings of Miramar, so this is positioned. If they hold on to it, they could take a chicken dinner. Man, it really depends on where the circle's going to be shifting. And talking about Box, he gets confirmed right here and there, but now Box Gaming, they know they got to full send it. They're going to be in the blue very soon, so they got to get the engage onto TSM Entity. It will be a 4v2. Great grenade from Neo. Going to be putting a big fat stop into their face. A second coming out onto Loki potentially. Will it be a double knockdown? It will be
baby.
Oh my god, TSM Entity looking so strong, but Loki gets a nade of his own onto Z-God, but Neo down to one-man army, and it will be a 1v2. They try and rush on down. They need to get rid of Neo here and now to potentially go for the rest, but the clock is ticking, Imperium.
You saw Neo get the job done in Erangel previously. Now comes down to 1v1. Behind the rock he goes. Let's see if he can get this final blow onto Box Gaming.
Gonna go for the push. Oh no, he just gets absolutely lasered down.
He's putting themselves into the top three. Can Box hold on? They lost Pime, but they're keeping up as a three-man team. But D2E gets a knockdown on the break. That's going to be a confirmation. RRQ taking over.
They took the win yesterday on Miramar, Imperium. That was absolutely stellar performances from them. Can they do the back-to-back 9 kills for Box Gaming? You have to mention that getting so much action coming on through with the players and claiming the life of the Lewis. He should die because of that too. The grenade is way too close for comfort, and there you go, Loki. The grenades are huge coming out from this guy, especially against TSM Entity and Team IND, but he's got no more meds, nothing to heal up with. Loki's going to have to make do with that few amount of HP remaining, and RRQ Athena.
West Island, one of the, I'm just going to say, the most unorthodox rotations I've ever seen. I don't get it, but I'm excited to see how it pans out for them.
Before we go back to the action, we're going to be focusing on King of Gamers getting pushed up by TSM Entity. Braga's going to be the first line of defense. Does get the initial knockdown. Can he get a double? Oh, it's going to be a little bit too close for him. And knocked away. Soup 77 will be the last chance in this Sandhog game for the rest of King of Gamers Club. It will be dropping down a little bit. Got to be careful because Team Secret, they could have an off angle to Soup 77. You don't know that. But TSM, sorry, going to go for that res backup. So, Yuhai, as I mentioned, getting closer to the compound. TSM now, they definitely have information. They are alerted of the presence of Team Secret, of one team. They don't know which one it is just yet. One team is coming by. You're going to go for a cook. Could be huge on the side, but just not going to connect. And Yuhai will get punished by Z-God. They're going to go out swiftly, confirm the kill. I'm surprised Yuhai would want to go that as a solo kill, as a solo fight. Rex is going to be nearby to try and follow up on that move, but it's way too late. If I were Rex, I would have tried and buy himself as much time as possible. But that is also alerting RRQ, making sure. But here's the off angle help by Neo. Going to get the up hand onto one player. That's going to be G9. Swiftly confirmed out of the lobby. That's the first player you want to get rid of if you're fighting RRQ. You eliminate him, you're happy. Coming out of the shadows of that shack. And that's RRQ put down to 2 players instantly. That happened. And I think that here, teams trying to go into the circle first, going to have a huge advantage. But talking about getting into the circle, Team Secret have yet to do that. Pushing on the location of Yudu Gang, put down to one player. Nice. Oh my god, Rex gets the angle. He's going to go for one. He gets the second. Rex clears the floor, clears this area, and get eliminated. That's going to be Yudu Gang. Here's to show how important IGL is actually. But now TSM going for another engagement. They're still remaining as a 4-man squad despite taking so many fights. To a T thrown over by Reject Scarlet, but Neo, he's going to be the first man assaulter. They go for the res onto Lufa, up to a 3-man team. Neo's going to go solo, but the rest of the team got a nice little above an angle. He hits the first one with Clutch God, get the second. Absolute and utter destruction set by Neo onto Reject Scarlet. He's going to be a little bit too low. Now TSM Entity going to try and get the off angle. Z-God will be the one dashing over and dealing.
That member of Galaxy Racer Cells to try and push back the Cells as they fight against a blue zone. In the words of Hot Jukes, the blue zone is Sandhog's best friend.
We talked about the location around Paradise Resort. It's so hard to deal with. Vire is going to try and take that location under control, but he's just going to be having a little bit of a hard time. Gil knocks out. Viro trying his best, but TSM, they're coming into the backside, and they're going to be potentially taking a 1v3 versus this one godly player of Orange Rock. But now a bit of utility set coming up. I mentioned it right, the play zone, because of this kind of circle, is going to be claiming lives left, right, and center. It's Dreadnought Galaxy Racer Cells on Valdez the Murder. They are struggling, and they will be both taken out of this lobby. 9 teams still in play.
I like the smoke on a side note from Ziga to try and create that space around it, but now they're going to get connected onto by BTR. Going to put TSM down to just two players.
Yeah, you have one building held by Bigatron. The amount of control they have now from that location is absolutely insane. Let's see if they can get a huge game from this on forward. Box Gaming get taken out. 16 now remaining actually in this game. The Clutch God going to go for a little bit of the off angle onto Fury. Oh my god, he's put so damn low. Still going to go for the jump shot at the re-engage, and he gets it done versus TSM Entity. Orange Rock coming out on top. I think that's one of them.
Themselves in the top 4, they just don't stop being in the top half of a game. It's so good to see this consistency from Team IND.
Oh, this must be a lot of pressure on the shoulders of Team IND, running away from the blue zone. They take too many tick damage. That's going to be over. 420 OP will be claimed first. Slayer going to try and out-heal himself. He's going to get knocked also by the play zone. And I said that the play zone is deadly in these kind of finishes in Pyramid. Now 2 teams still in play. Bigatron going to go for the push. Yeonjun trying to heal up. They'll be taking second position. But Bigatron flawlessly with a 4-man team still remaining with 100 health is going to be a huge win for them. And they fully deserve it. They took control. They had a great position. They denied the other team to get too close. And they will be taking this chicken dinner.
You mentioned it.
Swim his way out of that one. But Orange Rock, they're going to make their way slowly over to the bank side, and they might just come out of the water to take this very well-deserved shots. Scout and Mavi, they're there, but Mavi comes out of nowhere. Scout going to try his best and do the exact same, but he goes straight back into the water. There's no way he's going to take that fight.
Gill is still in the back line, right? It could be a bit of a bait and switch for the side of Orange Rock as they do send the shots firing. King of Gamers still have Braga up. You still have Ted of Synergy in play.
Very good grenade right there, connecting onto Scout. They're down to only now one player. That's going to be Gil up and above. Very sad. Alexa played Despacito. Braga's going to be down below. Just
oh, no way.
No way. Didn't get the
They've got to
information.
see him.
He's right there.
What?
You're walking
Come on.
over him.
What?
Get the information.
Yeah,
oh my god, what the hell? How does that even happen?
I
They
don't
get eliminated.
know.
King of Gamers in that was 4th position. Oh,
Okay, this is the last game of the day. This is craziness. Gil coming on, trying to protect himself against D2E, but D2E gets the better of Orange Rock and now comes down to just 2 teams.
He wants to give information first on where he is, and then they're going to take shots exactly where D2E is standing, so they can potentially get that final wipeout onto Ted. That is how they're going to play it, as D2E is going to get the information. He sees where Ted is, and now he's just going to follow him. He's going to be tracking his location down, so the rest of his 2 team players can also get that spray.
But Ted just needs to...
Wait, he punched him! What?
What? Oh, he had a tiny dip that he's able to get up on towards the land and take down D2E. This is incredible stuff, but of course, that will launch RRQ.
In the water, oh my god, this is a JoJo finish. B11 is going to be put really low. It will normally end in a battle of heals. Ted just trying to push his way up on the mountainside. It's just having a little pool party over here in Pyram. I want to join in, that seems hella fun.
This is the most incredible ending of a PUBG Mobile match I've ever seen. This is a final game of the second day. You couldn't ask for a crazier finish. RRQ, 2 men up. Synergy have gotten themselves up into the top 2 with Ted being the fishy of the team.
The only way for Ted to make this one win actually is to be getting that knockdown, potentially. But you also want to find the spot around the rock, which is actually closer to the center.
Surely he must know it in some way, shape, or form, right?
I have no idea.
He doesn't want to expose it.
You want to get yourself a little bit on the spot on the right side there, but Ted is definitely going to try his best because you have one player, which is Ernie actually of RRQ, just got so much more health. And he should be able to tank the blue for way longer. So normally they should go to RRQ, but at the end, it's just, we already had a weird finish. We have no idea what's going to happen. You have way more room on the left side, actually, there. If he could make it through, but no,
Ted's swimming in.
He's just swimming around. Bill 11 is a race. This is like the Olympics, but PUBG Mobile Edition.
Can Synergy get the win? How is this going to end as the Blue Zone's closing in on the final moment of this game? It's the craziest game. I've already said it, but oh my god. The players are laughing. Ted got beer. It comes down to this 1v1, but the full health of Ernie should close it out for RRQ.
He's pushing him out. He's pushing him out early. Imperium wait, Ernie's going to take the tick damage very, very early compared to Ted. But he's going to be going down lower and lower. And wait, who got it? Who got it? Who got it? Wait.
RRQ!